Hey guys, my name is Sky and you're watching 13 Motorsports. I'm just going for an imaginary ride in my hot rod right now. Can't wait till the real thing, but that's a little ways down the road yet. In this episode, we're working more on the Streetfighter Motorcycle. I know I promised you an update on the Cafe bike, but I'm gonna have to go back on that. I'm working too hard on the Streetfighter bike, so stay with me on that and we'll get some more progress done.
Okay, so one of the first things that I'm trying to do here is on the Streetfighter rebuild, I'm going to be using a set of these Pro Taper fat bars on there, and I think they're pretty cool. I like them a lot. The only thing is, to make them work on this triple tree, basically I'm going to have to fill in these areas and then build some risers for them so that I can then drill, and that way I can actually mount these to this. So I need to strip all of this upper triple so that I can fill these with weld. The only issue is I'm not sure if this is powder coat or paint. It was coming off pretty hard. So for me, I kind of felt like, man, I hope that's not powder coat on there. So anyway, I've got some stripper here with a little paintbrush so I can brush that on. I'm going to try the paint stripper first and see if that takes it off of there. If not, we'll have to go a little bit more drastic measures. By the way, this stuff is extremely nasty. Try not to breathe it in any more than you have to. Always wear gloves, etc., etc. It's nasty stuff. But it works well. All right, we'll let that sit for a bit and let it do its magic and see if it works. All right, you guys, we appear to be in luck. It looks like it is just regular paint because it's bubbling pretty good and it's starting to peel. You can kind of see, I'll just, look at that. Just taking it right off of there. Probably be good if I let it sit a little bit longer, but we'll go ahead and do multiple applications of it. That way we can get it all off of there. Yeah, it's already clearing it off pretty good though. Not bad, pretty good start. Usually what I've found to be a good thing to do is once you get all of the paint off of there that you're going to get, there'll be a bunch of like little speckles of paint left, that sort of thing. Basically, at that point, you want to just take a wire wheel to it and try to clean it up as best you can. All right, you guys, well, you can see here that after some time with the paint stripper and the wire wheel, I was able to get the majority of the paint off of this thing. It's a little bit left in the corners, but I'm not super concerned. The big thing was making sure that I cleared out these areas here because that's where I'm going to be doing the welding. Make sure there's no paint in there. So I'm going to try to fill those in. Alright, so this is when it really pays off to have an AC capable TIG welder. That way you can weld aluminum. I'm just going to try to fill in these areas as best I can on the top side. And then once I get the top side done, I'll go ahead and flip it and do the bottom side as well to try to build that up as much as I can before I weld the risers on top. Now, it's best, especially because my welder is somewhat limited, it is best if you can preheat the aluminum first to really help you get it going. However, I do not have my torch here with me right now to heat this up, so I'm just going to try to have to do it cold and hope for the best. All right, let's get started. The bottom's filled in, top is filled in. So now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and grind this area flat so that it's ready for welding get the risers on there. Let's get that next. All right, there we go. So I've got the top all ready for welding. Everything's smoothed out. You can kind of see there. Just grind it back flat again and those holes are gone. So now it's ready for drilling for the risers, and for whatever reason I really struggle with getting the holes even on either side. I've done this probably 5 or 6 times, and it seems like every time I find some way to screw it up to where they're not quite even. So I'm really going to take my time with this one, try to get it right, and then drill the holes, and then we'll put the risers on. Alright you guys, so basically what's going on now is the factory fat bar kit, it came with these riser bolts, and it's of course designed to go on a dirt bike. So these are far too long and they're actually going to interfere with the frame on my bike. So what I did is I went out to the hardware store, I went out and got some shorter bolts, stainless as well. I turned down the end of them, then put a flat edge in it, just like these ones that came with the risers. So now this should allow it to where I can bolt the risers on and bolt the triple tree onto the bike. So let's give it a shot. And there you have it. Bars mounted. Let's throw them on the bike. Man, this thing's gonna be a trip. That should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. All right, you guys, so that's it for this episode of 13 Motorsports. Next time around, we're gonna be working some more on the Streetfighter. Gonna be mounting the headlight on there. We're gonna be working on the tail section, getting started on the exhaust. Lots of stuff still to come. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what you think so far, what you'd like to see next, and we'll see you next time on 13 Motorsports.